Peace, my family, and right back to all those coming out of the cocoon for the first time. Welcome. It's your girl, the butterfly. We about to take off. Let's fly. Just want to send you all like a healing energy your way. Peace, love, happiness, harmony, and abundance. Hope you guys are out there keeping your mind right in that good mind. How y'all feeling? Hope you guys most definitely moving on up. That's right, in your higher nature family. And most definitely cleansing, because if you don't know, now you know. Oh yes, we must cleanse. Cleansing that lower nature, those lower frequency energies, family. Oh yes, it is real. All right, now, first and foremost, all praises to a new, most glorified and exalted, and the one appointed, omnipotent Jesus, Yahshua, Timeless, Horus, Haru. Family, let's get started. I came on here on this journey within to share with y'all a little bit more. And it's going to be very important on your journey because the Most High wanted you to know these things. You think the Most High would not give you a guide while you're here on this planet to learn and grow, to elevate to the level that He wants you to be on, into reaching your highest potential, family? Oh yes, family. The Most High gives us guide. And meanwhile, that guide is our Master Teacher, Dr. Malachi Z.R.L. And again, once you begin to truly see this, though, it's going to take some, time on you to spend time with yourself. This is what the journey of life is about. For you learning the facts of life and you learning more about yourself and your true identity. This is what the Most High wanted you to know. Now, I'm sure you heard the stories of generationally, where things have been, hidden and burned and all types of stuff to not let you know truly, who you are and where you come from and what this place really is. Question, where are we? What is this planet, right? Those are really beautiful questions that if you're asking to yourself, that means you're moving toward the right path. Because it's all about asking good questions, like the what, the when, the why, the how. All of those questions are something that needs to be questioned when you're going along this journey called life, right? And ultimately, when you begin to ask certain questions, to yourself, to the Most High, towards your purpose and your true destiny, family, everything will begin to come to you and open up to you in time. The thing about it is, a lot of people don't ask questions, and many people don't think for themselves. And it's not to say that, this is something that is unlearned, right? But this is something that has been programmed in you for a long time, to just take things for face value and don't look any deeper. No question, especially in religion. If you have questions, they look at you like, it's blasphemy, you know what I mean? When you have questions for your soul. And whether you notice or not, the Most High moves in truth. The Most High wants you to ask questions, right? About yourself, and to want you to learn more, and for you to understand certain things. And it's very important because this is where, your eyes begin to come open, right? When you begin to ask certain questions that you may not really know how to ask, or things that you'd be thinking about in your mind, wondering, all of those things is supposed to come out of you, right? It's not something that you were supposed to keep in. It was something that, needed to be answered. And those questions have been answered and will be answered in time. No, okay? It's about you building and that connection back with the Most High that you once had, and it's about reconnecting back. It's about asking the questions that you know deep inside you need to ask. And when you begin to do so, when you begin to ask questions about everything, the world around you, why is this set up this way? You know what I mean? You begin to see that it was all about you not getting towards your godhood and reaccessing that again, right? Accessing your godhood. And once you begin to truly see this for yourself, though, you have to begin to, get the right knowledge and the truth and the facts from the Most High. And He sends messengers. He sent our most awesome messengers here, the best of the best messengers here for us, the noble prophets, and the great teachers here to let us know, to lead us to where we're going with all of this, and knowing ourselves for who we truly are, and knowing thyself, getting us back to who we are in our ancient way of living, our true way of life, Nuwapu, the science of the Neteru. It's real, family. And this is what all other religions came from and learned from, the mystery schools, right, all over the world. And we must understand that all of it is to prepare you for what you call life, existence, right? You wouldn't think the Most High will leave you with no guidance. This is the lies that many tell, right? And the world tells about, things, right? Because again, it's about, trapping your soul here, right? In this room. Question, do you like this room? Are you really enjoying this room in a way? Like, do you realize that there's more to life than what you may see with your physical eyes, family? If you don't know this, right, I'm just letting y'all know now that it is. And the only way you're going to know that is just something that you already knew, you already had access to before. And this is what happened, right? You got your access void due to our seed line, not cooperating, right, with the Elohim, the Anunnaki, and the Neteru, right? And again, so they took the access, to, your higher senses, your Barton gland away, right? And now we're back in a time where, we can get that access back. And that's what this is, right? Getting your, access back. And your Barton gland, your third eye open. And it's beautiful because when you begin to connect back to your true essence of who you are and where you truly come from, right? With, the beings, that procreated you, right? The Anunnaki, the Neteru, the Elohim, right? When you begin to gain that access back to your, spiritual family, to your galactic family, right? That's what this all is. And people can take the galactic word for what you want to take it as, because at the end of the day, family, we are on a planet. We are on a planet. On this earth. Okay? And the reason why we know this, right, is because the Most High sent us the facts, the truth, the information that's undeniable when you begin to do your studies. And when you begin to do your studies, you begin to break the spell of belief, right? That doubt. I believe the gas station is over there. The question is, do you know that the gas station is over there? Do you know what I mean? This is what has to happen. You have to begin to know things. And you once knew. And now it's time for you to remember. And how you're going to remember if you do not know your history. And it's about renewing your history. Once again, for you to know exactly where you come from. What has happened here on this planet? Why are we in this state? And what is going to take to get back? What is it going to take to transform? To have those metamorphoses in your life to get you back to the Most High. Right? This is what life truly is about. But the devils out here are distracting you and deceiving you, making you think that the stuff is not real, right? And they put all this out here so you can pay attention and focus your energy on everything else. Distractions. To spend your time on TVs and radios and social media, all these different forms of technology, these artificial intelligence, instead of using your Most High divinity gift of intelligence that's already inside of you. That's what it really is. They want you to become a robot, right? And you already have divine intelligence already inside of you, family. And this is all that you need to gain access back to the heavens. You have to actually know these things. And the only way you go know, right, is by learning the right knowledge once again that you once knew. And then once you begin to start to know, you begin to start to remember, family, and putting in that inner work, right? Because again, it's not just about knowing and remembering, it's about applying the things that you are learning to your life. Once you begin to do so by living a simple life. This may sound so far-fetched, right? This may sound like a whole lot the way I'm, putting it out on my channel. But once you begin to realize that it takes steps and step by step of you learning about yourselves, learning about your descendants, where you come from, what has happened to us, all of these stories, whether you know it or not, right? Or some people believe it or not, right? All of these stories were for you to see what happened. It was for you to know. This is how you begin to connect back with your family, your divinity, who you are. This is how you begin to know again who you are. And once you begin to know more, your consciousness will begin to rise. Your frequency will begin to rise as you begin to learn more. Remember, family, the universes are all mental. So it's all about what you know, how you think. Breath work, family. The breath of life, oh yes. It's about how you take care of yourself, right? That transformation process is going to require you to put in that inner work. It's going to require you to take care of yourself, family. It's going to require you to decide, are you going to choose life or death? Are you going to choose life or death, moving down that path of self-destruction or eternal life? And that's what the Most High gives you, right? He gives you an opportunity to have eternal life. And that's what the omnipotent Jesus, Joshua Timmons Horus Ru, was here to let you know. And again, my family, when you begin to see that the Most High moves on highest, the love frequency, and it makes a whole lot of sense, right? Because when you begin to see throughout all the chaos that is going on, you still see the love, because love is existence, love is life, right? Throughout all of these things, all the things you have done, think about it. All the sins you have done, still doing, think about the grace. Think about that grace. Think about that mercy that He, gives you each and every day as you begin to live your life. And not, in His ways, in your way, and what you think that it is. When the Most High has given us a path, whether you know it or not, He has given us a path, and it's only one path. So simple, right? Yeah, it's only one path. The Most High has given us a way, and all of it connects. All of it. That's where it all came from. The mystery schools. All the religions came from the mystery schools. And as you begin to do your studies on the religion, you'll begin to find out that's where it all came from. As you begin to do your self-study, as you begin to do your checking out of things that is needed, as you begin to learn from our master teacher, Dr. Malachi Z. L., that is the true gift, that is the true treasure. Because the omnipotent Jesus, Joshua Timmons Horus Ru, sent His angel in these last days and times to let us know the truth, to piece it all together for you. So now, we have no excuses anymore. Okay? Once the truth is out, oh man, it's out. And a lot of people don't want this truth to be out. The journey is real, family. My journey is real. And as I begin to do so, it's a lot of, opposition that comes along the way. People try to, shut you up. You know what I mean? And not realizing that this is not of my doing, right? This is what the Most High ordained, wanted, told, a command to do. This is from the Most High. This is not from me, okay? Let me just say this now. So you begin to see that this is from the Most High and means to help procreators, to let you all know the truth. Man, oh man, it's beyond me, okay? I'm sharing my experience and how I did it, how I lived my life, and all the things that I have done, all the sins I have done, each lifetime I've ever lived, family. As you begin to see that it's about cleaning your plate, it's about purifying your soul, and not adding more, right? And you get deceived, right? By, them making it seems like the good is bad, right? And the bad is good. Go ahead and do them drugs. Yeah, it's a good thing. They put it all in songs and you can go kill yourself, right? No, I'm being for real. That's just basically what they're doing. That's just basically what they're telling you. Go destroy yourselves. The frequency in the songs and the music is actually killing your brain cells. If you don't know, now you know. Stop listening to it. It is literally killing your brain cells. That's why people are out of whack now and their frequencies is off. Off. Be mindful of what you listen to. Because at the end of the day, family, remember, everything that you do, everything that you tune into begins to make you who you are on the inside. And whether you realize it or not, just like a program, it shapes you. So we must be mindful of what's your frequency on. Is it on love? Is it on fear? Is it on hate? Is it on jealousy? Is it on envy? What's it on? All of those are greed, right? All of those are evil waves, right? At least the last parts I said, and you know which ones are, right? Some are good waves, some are evil waves. You gotta be mindful of what frequency you're on. And if you're dwelling in lower frequencies, of course you're not gonna fully see clear. You're gonna be clouded with impurities. That's why it's very important when you go on this journey to cleanse. Clean it up. Clean up your house, right? Clean up that temple, right? So you can begin to think straight, think clear, and stop hanging on to things that is keeping you depressed, sad, in sorrow, suicidal. Hanging on to things that's hurting you on the inside. Family, you do not need it. You do not need none of those things that you hold on to because you are afraid of being alone. You have to learn when you be alone, this is where you find your inner peace. This is where you begin to hear the Most High speak. This is where you begin to see and feel the Most High's love around you when you are alone. And family, that's why they teach this stuff so much, to make it seem like you gotta be social, you gotta talk to all these people and be around people, to make it seem like it's something wrong with being by yourself, there's something wrong with being alone. Family, the lies that they tell, there's nothing wrong with being by yourself. There's nothing wrong with being alone. If you check out the spiritual stories of the prophets and they were surrounded by people, but most of the time, family, they spend most of their time alone. Because this is where you begin to hear. This is where you begin to build and connect with yourself. You don't connect and build with yourself around others, because you're gonna have all those energies around you, and it could be energy draining. Vampires, right? And it can block your flow, because you got everybody in your ear telling you things. And sometimes, again, it could be thoughts that's not your own. People see you for who you are. Some people are not even on your side. You don't even know who's on your side at certain times. And let's just get real with the journey. This is real. You begin to know certain things and people, off, their actions and how they move, who they are in time. And most of the time you will find, at least this is what I found on my journey, most of the time I found people secretly wishing downfalls and stuff. People secretly giving me negative thoughts. And these people I loved and still do. Right? At the end of the day, though, you have to see that your relationship with the Most High is all that matters. And you will have people in your life that are placed there just for that. Some will never see because they don't want to see. They're comfortable with living their lives the way that they see fit. You have people around you that sometimes they're so caught up into the world and too worldly that you begin to get blinded by the desires, right? Because sometimes people can play that, neutral role where they're in between and they don't know which way to go. Like you see certain things but you see the world and it seems, pleasurable. It seems, pleasing, it feels good, right? For the moment, right? And then you wake up, and each day that you get, that new life, that new day you get to see if you're going to correct your ways, right? We were warned about this. Some people do get caught up in it all. But you're one of those ones that is not afraid to walk the path of the Most High and what the Most High is giving you. And walk that path towards your divinity, family. It's a beautiful thing. And it's going to require you to let people go. And they may not understand why. But realize that when you're walking in alignment, people are going to fall away. They can't withstand the frequency and vibration. Your energies are going to clash. Because guess what? You're not on the same frequency. When the channels are on the same wavelength, we both can hear each other. When they're not, it's friction. So this is how you begin to govern your life. You keep going back and forth with people. People just don't get it. Trying to figure you out, trying to figure out what you want. And having done a bit of checking things out, having done a bit of research, having done any of it, right? And they say they're in these religions, right? They say that they're in these religions, but haven't done their self-studies enough to know what they're really talking about when you begin to translate it back into its original language, not translation in English, when you begin to get it from, the source, right? The Most High, anew, El was glorified and exalted. Now, they're still caught up in the way that the religions taught it to be. And when you begin to do it, or some not even caught up to the way that Religion's taught it to be. Because most of the time, people take off what pastors say, right? And these motivational messages and quotes of the day, or, to relate to certain things, right? And it don't really break down the scriptures step by step from Genesis on down to Malachi, right? And then to the New Testament, on down to Revelations, right? To break it all down, to help you to truly understand what you're reading, right? In its original language and what really, happened in these scriptures, right? This is what our master teachers do. This is why he's called the master teacher. This is why he's called the Pharaoh of these days and time. And now, because he breaks it all down for you. And all the religions, to help you understand that it's all connected. It all came from the mystery schools in Egypt family, ancient Kemet, Tamaray. The only way you're going to know this is you have to do your self-study. It teaches you about ETs. It teaches you about extraterrestrials' involvement. What do you think angels are? Some may even think that they don't exist, right? Because they haven't seen it. That's okay too. You don't have to, believe it because I see it, right? You're going to have those personal experiences along the way on your journey when you're ready, right? The Most High will begin to start revealing things that you didn't see before. But first and foremost, you have to be willing. You have to surrender your life, right? In his ways and not your own, right? Give it up your understanding of things, right?